Hello my dear student, I am Anita and this is chapter number 11, The Human Eye and the Colorful World of CBSE Class 10 Science Part 1st. In this we are going to study about the human eye. The human eye is one of the most valuable and sensitive sense organs. It enables us to see the wonderful world and the colors around us. Let us find out the structure of human eye. The human eye is like a camera. Lens system forms an image on a light sensitive screen called retina. So here you can see the screen. This is called as what? Retina. The eyeball is almost spherical in shape with a diameter of about 2.3 centimeter. The light enters the eye through a transparent membrane called cornea. So from this part of eye the light will enter. Behind the cornea is a muscular diaphragm called iris, which has an opening called pupil. The pupil controls the amount of light entering the eye. The eye lens, this is the eye lens, convex lens. So eye lens help to focus the image of the object on the retina. The ciliary muscles help to change the curvature of lens and to change its focal length. So here the ciliary muscles are there connected to the lens by suspensory ligament, and this ciliary muscles will help to change the curvature of the lens so that lens can become thin and thick. Here the aqueous humor is filled and here it is the vitreous humor. Now let us see the working of eye. The eye lens forms a real inverted image of object on the retina. The light sensitive cells on the retina then produce electrical signals which are carried by the optic nerves to the brain. The brain processes the information and sends the message to the eye, and then we see the object. So firstly the inverted image will be formed on the retina, and through the sensitive cells the impulse will be carried to the optic nerve. From the optic nerve it reaches to the brain. The brain will interpret the image and will send the message to the eye. When the light is very bright, the iris contract the pupil to allow less light to enter the eye. So when the bright light is there, the pupil becomes smaller in size. However, in dim light, the iris expands the pupil to allow more light to enter the eye. Thus, the pupil opens completely through the relaxation of the iris. That means the size of the pupil will become larger. Now what do you mean by power of accommodation? The ability of eye lens to adjust its focal length is called accommodation. So focal length can be changed. When the muscles are relaxed, the lens becomes thin. Thus its focal length increases. This enables us to see distant objects clearly. So when the object is at infinity, the light will come from the object and the ciliary muscles will be relaxed so that the lens will become thin and the focal length will increase. When you are looking at objects closer to the eye, the ciliary muscles contract. This increases the curvature of eye lens. The eye lens then becomes thicker. Consequently, the focal length of the eye lens decreases. This enables us to see nearby object clearly. Looking at the object which is closer, the ciliary muscles will contract and so the lens will become thicker. Focal length will decrease and we can see objects clearly. Now what do you mean by far point? The farthest distance up to which the eye can see objects clearly is called the far point of the eye. For a normal eye, it is between 25 and infinity. What is near point? The minimum distance at which the eye can see object clearly is called the near point, or we can say least distance of distinct vision. For a normal eye, it is 25 centimeter. Now, let us see about the defect of vision and their correction. So, first defect is myopia, which is also called as nearsightedness. In this defect, the person can see nearby object clearly but cannot see distant object clearly. Why it happens? Because the image is formed in front of the retina. So here you can see the image formation, which is not on the retina, it is in front of the retina. It may happen due to two conditions. One is increase in curvature of the eye lens, increase in the length of the eyeball, that means elongation of eyeball. So it can be corrected by using a suitable concave lens. So for seeing the object which is at distance, we will use the lens as a concave lens. Now next defect is hypermetropia, which is also called as farsightedness. In this, the person can see distant object clearly but cannot see nearby object clearly, because the image is formed behind the retina. So from the figure you can see the image is formed behind the retina over here. This may be due to decrease in curvature of the lens, that means the lens becomes thinner, or decrease in length of the eyeball. So it can be corrected by using a suitable convex lens. Next defect is presbyopia. It is a defect in old people in which they are not able to see both nearby and the distant object clearly. It happens due to weakening of ciliary muscles or lens. It can be corrected by using bifocal lenses consisting of both concave and convex lens. The upper part of concave for correction of distant vision. So from this upper part we can see the distant object, and the lower part is convex for correction of near vision. So if we want to read something, so we can read from this part of the glasses. Next is cataract. Sometimes the crystalline lens of people at old age becomes milky and cloudy. This condition is called a cataract. This causes partial or complete loss of vision. It is possible to restore vision through cataract surgery. By that operation, we can restore our vision. Thank you.